Hello everyone and welcome to this video. I'm literally just had a shower, getting ready for bed. So today is 12 DPO. We are testing in the morning. They told us that we had to wait until tomorrow to test because they had told us that if we tested even a day early, it could give us a false positive because of the medication that I took to do the procedure. So today is also my 26th birthday. So it's been a busy Monday, and it's actually been really interesting and kind of a roller coaster. This morning at about 9:30, I had went to the bathroom while I was at work, and when I had wiped, there was some pinkish spotting on the toilet paper, and I immediately thought, like, I almost cried literally right there in the stall. I immediately thought this is over, and it didn't work. So I've kind of been dealing with that emotion all day, and I thought, you know, that's my period, it's here, and you know, the procedure didn't work. I called Tyler, I told him about it, I was super upset. I knew that I was coming home to a party for my birthday, and I thought, how am I gonna get through this? Like, you know. But to my surprise, the entire day today, ever since that one time this morning, I have went to the bathroom multiple times, tons of times, thinking and hoping that I haven't really started and that maybe it was just some spotting. I haven't had any more spotting, no bright red blood, nothing like that. So it obviously doesn't mean we're out of the woods. It could definitely still mean that tomorrow morning it's negative, or I'll wake up in my sleep and I've really started my period. I mean, it can mean a lot of different things, but it really isn't typical for me to have spotting and it not continue throughout the day. I am still hopeful. I have been praying all day so hard, so is Tyler. We're really just hoping and praying and trying to have faith that this will work and that tomorrow morning we will finally get our first positive. I just can't even imagine. I can't even imagine if it's actually positive, how amazing that will be. Other than that, over the past 2 weeks, it really hasn't been that long. Like, I know a lot of times you think like, oh my gosh, a 2-week wait, like that's awful, it's so long. I've actually been really busy. I've had a lot going on at work that has really kept me busy. This past weekend, I went down to meet with my sister. My mom and I went to my sister's place, and we kind of just hung out all weekend for our birthdays, and so that was distracting and fun. And then obviously after that we just had 2 days to wait. So today was my birthday party, that was fun as well, and so finally in the morning we're going to be testing. I'm very, very nervous about it because I've prayed this whole time that I would be able to have peace and be able to be okay no matter what the outcome is. And I'm really worried that it's really gonna affect me after just knowing how I felt today after getting that spotting. I just think me and Tyler have been so positive about it and so hopeful and so, like, I just feel like I've gotten so many signs that from God that were just telling me that this was it, that this was gonna work, and that this was the right thing to do. And I just have had so much faith in that. I just know that, you know, if it doesn't work, then we literally are not going to be able to do anything anytime soon. It costed us around $1,000, which is about, I had a little bit more than $1,000 saved up in my HSA account. So from starting going to the appointments, all the testing we did and the procedure, all of it together was about $1,000. And there's just I mean, we just couldn't do anything anytime soon. And that's the hard part to know, that, you know, this is really our only option right now, and I don't know for how long. So that's kind of my update. Obviously, we will test in the morning, and
How long?
3 minutes.
3 minutes. You don't know that though. You hear me? Huh? Good job. Don't know.
It's definitely negative.
Could be wrong. If there can be false positives, they could be false negatives. You don't agree?
Likely. It's not very likely. Really? It's negative. If it was positive, it would be positive. I know.
You don't know.
Yeah, I do know. It's like if I was negative, it would be. Good morning, guys. I wanted to kind of wrap up this video and kind of give you all a little bit of an explanation and kind of talk about what kind of happened after we took that test. So today is now cycle day 3. Obviously you all saw that my test was negative. It was very disappointing. We took it very, very early in the morning before work. So obviously I didn't have much to say. We were hopeful that it could potentially still be implantation bleeding, just because it wasn't the full-fledged period and all that kind of stuff, and because I did have that little bit of pink spotting like 2 days before. So we gave it some time. We kept watching it. I did take another test, I think we took that test on Tuesday. I took another test on Thursday morning, but it was also the time that my full period came, and I knew that it was my period. So I took the test anyways. It was negative. So for this entire cycle, it did not work. It was our very first actual infertility treatment. It was the first time that we had ever done an IUI, as you all know, and so it was obviously a little bit devastating because we really don't have, you know, a lot of money saved up. It was something that we did have money saved up for. We were very hopeful. You all know in my other videos that I've shared on this journey that I had signs that I felt like from God was that this was the right thing to do and that it would work. And because it didn't, it did challenge my faith in many different ways. My first reaction after I took the first test and I went on to work was that I was angry. I really felt angry that it didn't work, and that I felt like I had all these signs and that it was gonna work. So with all that being said, you know, the first day when I had the negative, I went on to work. you know, was very emotional. I cried on my way. I just kind of broke down in that moment. But then afterwards, I kind of had still a little bit of hope because my period hadn't fully started. Once it did start, I feel like I had already kind of came to terms with the fact that this probably didn't work. It is disappointing and very discouraging, but I feel like now that I am cycle day 3, I am starting to, I've definitely accepted it and I'm starting to move on. So 2 days ago, I did call the office and I had to tell them that it was negative and that my flow had started. They did give us more options on what we should do because we do not have the funds to go for another full-fledged IUI cycle right now. And we also don't have the funds to do the surgery yet. So we need a couple months to kind of save up that kind of money to move forward. But in the meantime, they did give us another option, which I am excited about. So I will definitely be sharing more about that. But I kind of wanted to just wrap up this treatment cycle, this first shot in this treatment journey, and just kind of share with you all my thoughts and feelings on how I feel now a couple days later. And yeah, so if you are going through this, I totally understand kind of how challenging this is and how emotional and how taxing this is on your body, on your mind, and everything like that. It's definitely a challenge, but you know, at first I'll be honest, like after I got the negative, I kind of just wanted to give up. I lost a lot of hope and I really felt like, you know, this probably will never happen for us. But now I've had a few days to sit on it and I really feel like, no, like I am not gonna accept that thought in my head. Like we have options and we are going to do everything in our power and to continue to just push on and to fight for this, because this is ultimately what we both want, and we're definitely determined. So if you're going through this, I hope that you can, you know, go through all the emotions, feel what you want to feel, and at the end of the day, find some positivity and determination to kind of get through this as well. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in my next video.